right, video number 2. So she is running right now. I really need to give her a bath, so excuse her filth. I've honestly just kind of been neglecting her, and she's been sitting for almost a year, and I've just been trying to do a little work to her here and there. But I got really intimidated by the process, so I kind of gave up on that a while ago. See, that is what I'm talking about. See that black smoke? I want to somehow figure out why that is happening, because when I've driven it, it has literally just kind of been, it does that almost a full drive, and I just want to know why. This is the gas cap. It goes on, but just be careful when you're putting it back on, because sometimes it'll kind of like pop off, but it does screw on there. This is where you fill the water. The water tank is full right now, and the propane is full. I sent you photos of the tires. The tires are brand new, and I've literally only moved it a few feet every few days just to move the parking spot. It has 54,000 original miles, and this basically is just all original. The seats, the carpet is really kind of disgusting, but I really wanted to figure out how to make that prettier. I just don't know how. And then when I decided not to keep it, I just didn't think it was worth that kind of like energy and willpower. The back, so this is the door to shut it. Well, no, it shuts pretty easy. There, I'll go up on the roof after. Oh shit, I guess there's a lot of obstacles, but I'll show you the roof. I'll climb up there. The little stool, but see that smoke? I just want to figure out why that is happening. Let me turn it off. Okay, the engine cover. I can't really move this by myself right now much further, but I put a new air filter in here, and the carburetor is under here, as you know. And if I can do like a quick little tune up this weekend, I am going to do that, because maybe that will help the black smoke. But I did rebuild the carburetor and got a carburetor kit months ago, and had a mechanic clean that and rebuild it, and it didn't really do much of anything, so maybe it just needs to be adjusted, Ryan says. See, the carpet is pretty gnarly though. It wasn't actually this bad a little bit ago, but I don't know. Maybe it's from taking this on and off so much recently. The locks, they didn't work when I got them, but now they work. The roll down windows work. This opens, shuts. It's a current registration. It's smogged, and I have the title. Let's see. So the bed, I got a new mattress topper, because like I mentioned before, it was raining here for like 3 weeks, and this was left open a little bit, and it soaked the original mattress. But that original mattress was 50 years old anyways, so it was probably time for something new. But it's just a little like 3-inch Tempur-Pedic mattress topper. I replaced the wood underneath it, so we nailed that down. I was gonna keep these, but if your wife, I would like them, so you guys can keep these sheets and pillowcases. And I really wanted to keep the blinds that I got for it originally. They're really cute little mushroom blinds, but if she thinks they're cute and you guys could use them, if you are interested and end up buying it, then you could have those. These are new and were installed before I bought it. I just don't know how they would be connected or where they would be hooked up to, so I'm not quite sure what use they have. The lights work, and this, you could this works for cool air inside. I think this is just like a little AC unit, but when you turn it off, make sure it's in the middle or it'll just kill your battery. But you know these things. Oh shit, I need to take all these tools out of here. This is a good place, like if you guys are hooked up or get solar panels. A great place for a microwave. When I got this to live in, my vision was this would have just been where all my pants and shorts go. because I wouldn't have had enough room in this closet for clothes, but at least this is a good size closet. This is a 100-watt solar panel that came with it, so I'm just gonna leave that in here. I don't know how helpful that is anyways. It's a pretty weak solar panel, and I don't know what it would hook up to or I don't know how that's used, but that's the closet. There's a lot of great storage space, which is awesome. I need to take all this out. This is just stuff from trying to make this thing nicer. But I thought this was, this is where the breakers are. So little breakers down here, power converter. The stovetop, I have full propane. The stovetop works. The oven, I honestly never spent a day or night in this RV, which is actually kind of sad and pathetic. But the oven, I'm assuming it works with all this, if the stovetop works, but I've never tried that. I've never used the bathroom either because I never bought hoses to hook up to do the dump. So I've never used the bathroom, but the water works. And, you know, the toilet, there's a drain for the shower, a sink. So this all works. The one thing that I was trying to figure out is why there is like a minor leak outside when you turn on the water pump. So what I'm gonna have a plumber look at tomorrow is, how can I make that brighter? Is that down there, when I turn it on, you see how that moisture is around it? There's just a tiny drip coming from that, and then that drips outside. So when I paid someone to fix this leak months ago, they just installed valves underneath it, but they didn't find this area until after. So I'm gonna have a plumber look at that tomorrow, but I will show you what we installed. So these are those little valves we put on there to stop the leak, but when you turn on the water pump, it does still kind of have a slow drip. That is the new fuel pump, or new fuel filter, and some new lines. And this is new because when I went to the gas station once, I filled it. I was trying to fill it because the gas gauge is broken, so I wanted to see how much gas it holds. But I guess with these older vehicles, you're not supposed to just hook it up to the pump and just let it go because it'll overfill. It doesn't have like a stopper thing. So basically, I would just calculate the mileage and know how much gas is in it. There's not much gas in it right now because we had to order a part to see if we could get the gas gauge to work. I don't know what it's called, but Ryan could tell you. And yeah, so I need that. I need a plumber to come look at it because when I turn the water pump on, it comes out. And oh, I guess that is draining. Maybe I just need to clean this thing. I don't know why this. Okay, no, it is draining. For some odd reason, I thought maybe this is just clogged, that's why. Yeah, I don't know why that's in there. Because when that's in there, it fills up. So that's probably why I thought it was clogged. See, I've never used this thing. I think I've just spent so much time trying to make it better before using it. And then I got too intimidated and kind of scared and terrified to use it. So, yeah. Let me turn that off before I kill the battery. There's like a fan for the stove. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Okay. A light. If there's a light. Okay. There's a lot of kitchen space, which is nice. I just wanted something small enough that I could park anywhere, not feel intimidated to drive. And this was just perfect. You could park it anywhere without being heckled by the police or bothered. You can boondock easily. It would definitely be more comfortable if you did that with solar panels, because I've dry camped and lived in my old RV for 3 years behind a 24-hour fitness. And I mean, it was a safe little spot to like live during the pandemic, but it would have been nicer if I had solar panels. Yeah, so I fixed all these little cabinets. In the first video you saw, this was kind of hanging, but this is fixed now. So these all open and shut perfectly. On the windows, they're good. They're just kind of like hard to open and shut. This one I can't really open much more than this, I noticed. And it does shut. I just can't do that right now one-handed. Let me see. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, so you could open and shut that one. All right, I showed you the water pump. I will show you this turns into a bed too, obviously. So let's see the new water pump I put in. So the water is completely full. I'll clean all this, and I need a vacuum in here. And so that's the new water pump. And the house battery. Oh, that was a good little splinter. All right, the house battery is over here. Because originally I was told that it only has one battery, battery that cranks it. And I said it has to have a house battery too, but the guy said no. But it is under here. So this one's of April of 23. So relatively new in battery years. Okay, what else? Let's go to the outside. So there's basically the inside. This is a backup camera I bought just so I could like drive it without having as many blind spots. So I'll leave this here. You'll probably know how to hook it up, and it could be really useful. It's a pretty good backup camera I got on Amazon. And there's like an oil filter and some light bulbs that you could just keep in here with some nuts and bolts and stuff. And I think this is just a gas cap. I don't know, random string. This is, I don't know, probably something to do with the gas or hot water. I honestly couldn't tell you what this is. There's some more space for like kitchen cleaning supplies. So I just think it's great. It has a lot of great storage space. This, I mean, you could probably, if you like wrap the bathroom hoses, this is probably where I would put them. Or maybe not, because there's so many wires. I'd probably put them in here on the other side of the battery, because there's really not a spot to like store the bathroom hoses for the waste tank. So yeah, at least this has like a little dent, so you could put like some shower stuff. And this like little shower curtain. I think that's it for the inside. Everything is off before I go outside and forget. I'll leave this tiny little it's only a gallon, so maybe I'll put a bigger one in here for you just in case. Because that is really that's worrisome for me. But if you pay attention to the mileage, but I really wish this gas gauge worked, and I really wanted to get that working before I did anything. That's what that was replaced. A lot of hoses. Let's go outside. I don't think this works. I mean, I never even played with this. Like I said, I've never spent a day or night here. And I've honestly only driven this thing a few times, and then had to come to terms with that this is just like more than I could handle. So I just kind of had to cut my losses. Let's see. Out here, so this battery is from August of 22. It's still a good battery. That should give you no issues. The washer fluid, it must not be connected, or maybe it's just this that's not connected. I think this is connected, but these aren't connected to the inside. And when I bought it, the blades are like clearly severely worn. So I think that would be easy to connect those and just replace the wipers. But if they're not connected and I didn't know how to do that, I didn't really see a need to put new wiper blades on there. The guy I bought it from said he replaced the radiator right before I bought it, and replaced the brake cylinder, I think, or master cylinder. I don't know what that is called, but the brake something. And we're gonna do a little tune-up on it this weekend, replace the spark plugs. Hopefully that will help the smoke. Oil. The oil was changed when I bought it, but I guess that was a while ago now. So I did want to change the oil. I replaced a lot of these coolant lines, because one time this vehicle is like almost 50 years old. So one time I was driving it, and this snapped and coolant went everywhere, and so I had to do that. Another time I was driving it to get the carburetor rebuilt, the power steering pump line broke and was leaking everywhere, and I was freaking out, so I replaced this line, and now everything is good and it's full. So I think it was just mainly just little things like old hoses, because it was sitting for a long time before I bought it. And then, so basically I was the first person to drive this thing probably in like a decade. So I've just done basic maintenance to try to get it up to like, you know, par to being able to just like cruise it around town or have it be like a little beach cruiser. Or I was thinking it would be best parked as like a studio apartment on land, which would be preferable, and just plug it in and live in it and save money. Yeah, I need to wash it really bad. So that is all of that and everything I could think about. What else did I do? Oh, we put a new starter in it, even though I knew I didn't need a new starter. The mechanic I went to, I was getting conned like left and right, and I already replaced the fuel filter, or the fuel pump. And then someone was like, no, you need a new fuel pump. And I'm like, but I just replaced the fuel pump. And they were like, no, you need a new one. So I'm like, just do it anyways. So it's had 2 new fuel pumps on for no reason. And so the fuel pump is new. We replaced the starter even though it didn't need a new starter. So the starter is new. What else did I do? It would have been in all the writing I sent you. The propane down here is full. So I haven't used the propane. Maybe propane just goes lower if you don't use it. I don't know, but I filled it up as full as you can get it, and I never used it. And this, what is this again? I think this is where you like light the pilot. I know you put a lighter in there, and that starts maybe like, I think that's for the hot water. And the hot water does work. We tested it when I bought it, and he also turned the fridge on and made ice cubes so that I knew the fridge worked when I bought it. So at least that is good. This, the hot water. So this, oh, is this a pilot to turn on the stove when you want to turn your propane on? But I think that's only that. I'm sorry, I know I'm really, I knew my old RV pretty decent, but this one I just kind of got thrown in the mix and been trying to figure out. And then I kind of knew what this stuff meant when I bought it, and now it's been so long. But you'll probably know what this is. Okay. Okay, the pilot, the temperature indicator. Okay, well, that's what this is. Okay. This is if you're like living what the fuck is that? How can water get in there? I don't know what this is then. I thought this is, the other side is where you fill it with water, but I thought this is where you would connect it if you were like in a campground or something. I thought that would be where you connect the water, but it doesn't look like that connects to anything, so I don't know what that is. This has a good little outlet, so if you were somewhere, you could plug that in. All right. 110 to 125 volt AC. I think that is about it. I wish there was an easier way to get on the roof right now. Maybe I can pull forward and get up there. Let's see. Or maybe I could just climb up there and show you what I can see. Okay. All right. Oh God, it's probably not a good idea to park under this tree. Okay, and the roof, it's all one piece of fiberglass, so it doesn't leak and shouldn't leak, but we, not silicone, I forget what that stuff is called, but we did that around the tops of these holes just in case, because we don't want anything leaking, because that'll be like the end of an RV. It's like the final nail in a coffin. So yeah, that's from what we could see of the roof. And I think that's about it. Added these little bubble mirrors. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This was there just the other day, but I guess these things, when you got hands in the honey pot, things go missing. So I'll buy a cap for this. It was just there the other day. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Here's that, whatever that is, so you could like pause the video and see all of this stuff, because this appears as English to you, and for me that is just might as well be Chinese. Okay, all right, that is her. And I already showed you at the beginning, I believe. Oh wow, I've been in neutral this whole time. Surprised I wasn't wheeling down the way. But that's why I think the parking brake does work, but it's too flimsy. Oh yeah, that's what I need to show you. So I didn't know this till just the other day. I've been putting the parking brake on every time, and I've been parking on hills like an idiot. But I just was told the other day that this thing that is right there is attached to the parking brake. So it stays parked and everything, and you don't really need the parking brake, but I just feel like, I don't know, I'd rather have extra safety precautions. So that is for the parking brake, and I really want Ryan to like secure this better. I don't want that just hanging there. Let me see, let me crawl into the front so you could see better. So yeah, that's the new starter we put in. It has like old moisture on it, but it's not fresh. Yeah, it just looks like the bones and everything and the skeleton of the vehicle actually look pretty good. I just think it's like little things like hoses and everything I would like triple check and quadruple check before driving this far, and I would definitely inspect everything before your drive if you are interested in it. And you do, I'm trying to get the rear diff, but the gas tank is in the way. It's a 35-gallon gas tank, so let's see if I could see. Yeah, so there's the, I don't know if you could see that good with the glare. Yeah. Oh yeah, let me see, maybe I want to see if it will leak out here, because it doesn't look like anything leaked when I turned it on. So the water pump is on. Oh, I can't turn the flashlight on while I want to see if I can't see. Oh yeah, see there's moisture, there's more moisture. Yep. See, I need him to check that out, because the last thing I would want is, the whole point of having like all these anemones is for them to work, and I don't want you to have to deal with that. So hopefully it's minor and I could just pay the dude tomorrow to do that. And let's check outside if it did, because all right, so nothing's coming out the bottom. That's what I was most concerned about, so I guess I wouldn't have even known there's a leak unless I checked in there. All right, it's dry out here, so as long, I guess, if that little, there's probably just a tear in that hose or something at the bottom of it, or the clamp isn't tight enough. I'm not sure, but yeah, once I give her a bath, I think she'll look a lot better. Once I know that that for sure is sealed up. At least it's not dripping though, that's good, because originally it was just like pouring out the bottom, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So we added valves and it helped, but I still would see a random drip, and I didn't like that, because I don't want like neighbors or people to be like, oh my god, you're dumping all over the street. It's like, no, it's clean water, but I just rather not have headaches like that. But yeah, that is her, and I think she's really freaking cute and has so much potential, and I've been holding on to her because I really thought, you know, maybe she was meant to be mine, but you never know. Maybe I'm just a middleman, I guess. Maybe this whole headache happened. Maybe I got conned, scammed, ripped off. Maybe I wasted 24 grand just so I could get it, and it ended up on YouTube, and maybe it could go to the right person. And even if you don't buy it, hopefully it will end up with the right person, because with me, she's just she's not really having a life. She's just basically, what do you call it? Like a, not an artifact. What do you call it? She's basically just like an antique object that I just like admire and appreciate, but don't drive and don't use. And I really would love to take her to the beach and spend one night in her. But I just think the more I get attached to it, the harder it will be to go through all this. And I've already kind of completely detached myself from this thing. So let's just leave it at that. This is my car, by the way. Look at my car. I just put a new top on her. I really want to repaint her and stuff, but I'll do that eventually. I've put way too much money into that. Literally 24 grand got put into that. I bought it for 18 grand. Spent like 4 to 5 grand on just little repairs and getting ripped off, and a lot on labor to do basically almost nothing. But it's in better condition than when I got it. So yeah. I need to get her to pass smog though. Yikes. Okay, but this one is completely smogged, registered, everything is good. The lights work. Oh yeah, one thing with the blinker. So the blinker on the left side, it stays down, works just fine. The right side, it still works. You just have to hold it up. For some reason, in order for the light to stay on in the back, you just have to hold it up, and that's about it. Lights on, lights off. Hood release, that didn't work when I got it, but we got the hood to release. And yeah, that's about it. Oh God, I almost ripped my pants. Okay. All right. Yeah, hope you're having a good day.